It's okay. Uh, hopefully it should be a long few moments. Not already. They... Okay, yeah, everything is good now. Good. I think everything works, maybe? Oh. Well, turns out to be a complete lie, but, yeah, well, okay. Right. So, the Selfish Stream is coming back for a very long time. What? Oh, okay, no, that's fine. So, playing Heroes of Hammerwatch, with the, for me, very unusual distinction of actually having the music on. I've never heard it. I literally put it on mute when I first got the game, uh, and never once had it on. So this is going to be an interesting little experiment to see whether I like the music or not. Um, Player. I have a lot of weird characters with weird automatically generated names that sound like a complete psychopath came up with them. But that's okay. We like Chargarthian, Monold, Felesicar, Anger, Bra, Mank, Joshabaret, Dance, and Douglasoni. We've got a request for Douglasoni. Alright, let's see, so that would probably be Pyramid of Prophecy that I'm going to do today, then. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try and run something within the time that Mel has available, which is about an hour, give or take. Maybe an hour and a half, maybe only half an hour. I don't know. So let's get right into it. I've literally never heard this music before. I don't think I like it. Um, uh, the scare. Yeah, you know what? Let's bump up the skills a little bit this time. Mic cut out. Completely? Or just for a second? As in, can you hear me right now, or... it is possible that I was not talking, I'm not sure. Alright, so let's roll for something that doesn't suck. Yeah, I am actually gonna try and beat this, as opposed to just going in for treasure. Different settings. Oh, I do like this. And now let's go and get myself another piece of the Armor of Kings, because... let's see, I've actually got a lot of stars left. I don't think I have any upgrades left to get, so I should put that into an item that I regularly get. The Guardian figurine causes a Spiritual Guardian to spawn when I'm at 66% health. So basically, when I get hurt, I get a little bit of, like, a little helper dude. Spend, I may as well... Up. Town theme isn't bad. It's okay. Okay, I think that's it. No, that's not everything I do. I need dranks. Drank. Fusion doesn't really come up in the pyramid as much as in the tower. So I'll leave that off. Means... Mid hazard, yes. Full thriller, yes. Pronunciation of avocado. Yeah, sure. Do tell. Avacado? I like avacado. Avacado is good. Avacado is a little bit wackadoo. Yeah. Got New Game Plus, off to the pyramid. This is a very different experience when I can actually hear the music that I'm supposed to be listening to. Ah! Slow down and let me kill you. So Mel, as you well know, we've played this many times before. Oh. Yeah, no, I did not have that context. The when we've played this game in the past, you've been able to see what I do, but not how I do it. So I imagine this might be a little bit of a weird novelty for you. Actually, leave the Blood Altar. Usually I take those, but right now, this character does not have a ton of health. Down and cornered myself like an idiot. I'm probably gonna leave that Blood Altar where it is. That. Next over there. Ugh, I haven't actually done this on New Game Plus before. Mostly just run the tower. Which is not great. But I have been meaning to upgrade my statues further, which I need blueprints, which means that I need to put up with doing the pyramid on a higher level. Which means doing this. I am not used to taking this much damage. It's kind of tearing through things a little bit faster than it is currently working out for me. Ugh, a little scared about that. Just gonna depend on what items I can get. Printed Loud, Monk, Blood Altar, that must have been some honk. But as far as what I was saying, I don't know. I think what I was saying was just that that you and I have played this together a number of times before, but you've never seen it from my perspective, so this might be weird, informative, super boring, I don't know. You know what? Oh no! The gnome is probably already gone by now. In for whatever he is. Garbage. Yeah, I missed him. Um... Oh, I see. Yeah, no, just seeing it from my perspective. Sorry, I'm way behind on the chat. I actually probably have a really hard time reading that from here. Just kind of in my periphery, and I've gotten used to playing this game with more focus than a lot of other games. So try to be responsive. I don't know how well I'm gonna. Another thing that I should probably do more of in this game is mode. Basically, so that's important. Shield. So that symbol, this symbol right here, shield thingy, is the answer to a puzzle that we may or may not run into. It should show us the puzzle once we're in the pyramid, but it's possible to. Or that I won't survive long enough to get there, because, mysterious. Nothing? One thing about the Sorcerer that is well-balanced but annoying is that damage increases with the number of bounces. The primary attack means that I am at my weakest when I'm fighting a single enemy. Is obviously not great for boss run. But with large groups of enemies, it just rips through them because the more bounces, the damage it deals. You may notice I'm in my map a lot. That might be obnoxious to other people. Primarily Mel. On account of you're the only one here. Oh, there might be a second viewer. It also is possible that it's just me on a different screen. Yeah, it's, a single enemy is usually a lot harder because the range on this is limited, and the damage of the first hit is much lower than the damage of all future hits. So if it's a group, I can just sort of fire into the crowd and get them all, and this will essentially auto-target the next thing until they're all gone. But as you can see, when it's just one, I have to kind of like get the firing arc of it just right, or else it just doesn't hit. And it doesn't matter how much damage I would deal if I were hitting, if I'm not hitting. Let's see, 3,000 gold, that's bad. Now I am playing with with the fountain effect on that makes it so that I can't buy maps because there are no shopkeeper. Oh, crap. Which means that I pretty much just have to completely trust my gut, and in this case that has led me directly into a sandstorm, which is going to make this floor a bit of a pain in the butt. Also, it's a bit weird, in a very, like, pleasantly old-school sort of way. Yeah, Blind Rush the Desert, yeah. The desert's areas are called floors, just because the game's design calls for floors rather than, like, that interface element just says floors no matter what. Which, it's silly, but I actually really like it. It's very reminiscent of, like, older games that, you know, every time they'd try and do something clever, it would look weird because of the game's just programming limitations. The beetles. Fortunately, I don't have to find all the gold that the beetles drop because my magpie will do it for me. I can just sort of kill them and run away. See no problem with, what, killing the magpies? Or what? No, what am I saying? See no problem with what? Yeah. Try again. That's not good. I've cornered myself. Okay. Please die, please die, please die! Give me your health! Feed me health and then die. Okay. I do a lot better with this build in combo because I shoot faster and still can move. So I take a lot less damage and I deal a lot more damage. Just as a natural consequence of having this particular set of abilities. Oh my. That was a lot of damage. Gosh, where is it? There should be a crypt somewhere on this floor. It's giving me the means of removing curses, but it's not actually giving me the means to curse myself. Well, see, the problem with blind rushing the desert is that you end up lost in the middle of a sandstorm, like I currently am. Uh, yeah, I thought you had played with us once or twice with Lucas and I. Come on, give me a crypt. I gotta curse myself so that I can use all of these uncursed potions. Okay. Oh, here's a crypt. Good. Good. Here. Break some pots. Open up a thing and then get super cursed. Oh, 2 Markham's items. That's... Oh, man. That's actually maybe worth it. A lot. That's a lot of curse. Ah. This might just one-shot me if I run into the wrong enemy. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. This is worth it. This is worth it for that set bonus. Not the smartest thing I've ever done, but screw it. We'll have some fun with it. So the lower right shows how many curses I have. And those yellow potions take curses off of me. Therefore decrease the % chance that the curse has to activate. And the impact of it when it does. Found any more, which means I'm still stuck with 29 levels of curse. But that's a lot less worse than the 35 that I started with. There's a way to calculate exactly what the effect of a curse will be, but I don't actually know what it is. Like, I don't know what the formulas are offhand. Oh, crap! Uh-oh. Oh, apparently I picked up a defensive item at some point. Or else I've got a statue that blocks... Oh, no, I think it's statue effect. For as useful as switching out the other statues can be, always keep the projectile blocking one on. Might be another curse removal down here. Nope. Nothing at all. Ooh! Yeah, those Markham's items are already starting to pay off a little bit. 28. Oh, Purgers. Nice. Not gonna get a guild title from that anytime soon. So, mostly cosmetic. Okay, so up, left, or right? Which exit do we... It will hopefully not lead us directly back into another sandstorm. Hang out here for a second. Tell me, what shall I do? Down. Can't do down. Go up. Okay. Ooh. Need a drink real quick. And then we will escape the sandstorm and hopefully not run into another one immediately. Okay, good. And some decursing. Down to 25. I've got 4 levels of Moon Shield up. That's good. 3 levels of Moon Shield up. It goes so fast. Ah, nice. It's being kind to me. Oh. He chose down? It's a good movie. It's an insane movie, but it's a good movie. Oh my. It's not great. The other aspect of this build that really likes crowds is that it's got a lifesteal on the primary attack, so the more that it bounces, the better I heal. Withering strikes. I think it's my attack to ignore some portion of armor? Either that or it's just a flat attack boost. Sure, offhand, and I can't be bothered to check right now because it's not going to matter in like 2 minutes anyway. And it's not like I'd be doing anything different. Keep holding down left click. His lifesteal is a very good ability. Makes a lot of builds more viable. And of course it is the entire thing that the the Warlock does. It's just like if you it has no health, but it lifesteals on its basic attack, so it's just yeah, you just as long as you're killing something, you can survive anything. As soon as you stop stabbing things with your knife, you start dying very quickly. Wow. Via build. No, but it is a viaduct. Viable duck. Either. Really? Look, I know what I said was weird. When I hang out with you all the time, it doesn't seem that crazy. Crap. Ugh. After he died. Come on. Interesting. Treasure chest buried in sand, perhaps? Treasure for me, treasure for me. No treasure for me. Treasure this fellow. Items. Cleared more than half my curses, though. That's good. Oh, come on! In the desert again? Be like that? Oh good, I actually found it. Okay. Well, that's not bad. Yeah, for 10 megabits. They have occasional buffering on a full 1080p stream. Well, actually, I don't know for sure that it is full 1080p. It's supposed to be. So I'm actually sending 30 frames per second. Probably not be reading that right now. Oh, there's scorpions chasing me. I have the right monitor. I don't know what I'm transmitting actually. I didn't check the stream before I started because I was trying to hurry. Ooh, Lifestone. That's very helpful. only for the regular levels, but during the regular levels, it will be very nice. Oh yeah, yeah, no, it's completely fine for Hammerwatch. It's more just a matter of making sure that the right thing gets sent. Also, this guy is Nimbus, who you get for beating the Pyramid of Prophecy the first time. Each character gets their own instance of him attached to the potion bottle, which I just used even though I'm at full, because then I can use the well, which... Oh, hey! Wait a minute. How you doing? Ugh. Mostly alright. They're in flux for me right now, which is why I'm doing this in the first place, but that's okay. What's wrong with that? Today's just a short stream for probably maybe an hour or two, up to two. Because I wanted to test this out, but yeah, I'm gonna try and go back to weekly for a while. Oh, crap! Jeez. Ow! He's about to stop my heart. Holy crap, how did I survive that? Crazy. Wow, I got very lucky just then. Okay, yeah, so... Swordfish, I don't know if you've played Hammerwatch before. It's basically a gauntlet game, but with quality of life as any kind of a concern. And it's more roguelite, sort of cyclical gameplay, rather than the conventional sort of, what you'd call it, arcadey style of gameplay, where it's designed to be too hard on purpose, and you're supposed to just dump money into it, which not work well on home console releases, as Mel can tell you. But this is much more designed to be fun over a long sequence of repetitive play, rather than supposed to be like frustrating when you get far enough and can't progress without throwing money at it. Ugh. Wow, these guys hit a lot harder in New Game Plus. Yeah, I have no interest in going back to that after the frustration of the final boss. Ah, crap, it hit me. Yeah, it is multiplayer. Although the version that we're talking about is local only, because it's on the Dreamcast. We would be using the N64 one, except that our save battery isn't working. So we just have a VMU with some Gauntlet save data on it, and it is, compared to Hammerwatch, it is spectacularly mediocre, but it does still have a lot of fun personality. And a lot of nostalgia as well, on account of playing it in the arcade back in the day. This... how long ago was it? Because this version of it is fairly new, and there have been like 3 others, I think. The first Hammerwatch game is basically just a single campaign with like 6 character select options. And then this has kind of gone all the way, hard to the customizable end, added roguelite elements where you can like create characters and customize their colors and voice sounds and kind of everything. I think there's Hammerwatch 1 and 2. There might be a Hammerwatch 3, and this is Heroes of Hammerwatch, which is kind of its own beast. It's the same core game. Yeah. It's got basically the core game engine, but it's designed for like cyclical repetition, with gradual progression through many, many, many new game pluses. So like I beat the core campaign, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 times. I think I checked my Thundersnow kill count, which is the name of the final boss, and it said something like 35 times that I've killed it, 36. Not all of those progressed me. Some of them were just me using my thief to get cheap money, get easy money, and pay for upgrades for other characters. But once I reached a certain point, it was basically just like now I can actually like properly play, and kind of been doing that. Oh, that coffer is tempting, but not 28. Not 28 cursed levels. Tempting. Yeah, I mean, it probably would have been Hammerwatch, because this is kind of like the big one in the genre right now. Definitely more than anything else, I would call this a Gauntlet. Like, it's specifically intended to homage the original Gauntlet on the Nintendo, the NES, the Famicom. And it actually has like tribute levels that are based on Gauntlet level layouts, like classic Gauntlet level layouts, and the character classes are kind of directly inspired. It's mechanically richer. Even that first Hammerwatch game was mechanically richer than Gauntlet ever was, in my opinion. I mean, even just the combo gauge is already more than Gauntlet bothered with in most of its incarnations. But I don't think there's been a new Gauntlet game in a really long time, actually, like an official one. Hammerwatch itself has gone through a few iterations, and honestly, it's gotten better. Like, I didn't play the ones in between first one and this one. I liked the more designed layout of the campaign of the first game, just because, like, you got exactly as many keys as you needed to open all the doors. With this, you have to buy keys in town and maybe find them in the dungeon and hope that you get enough for everything that you want to open, and you probably won't, or you'll spend way too much money on keys. So, the roguelite elements are definitely a two-edged sword. But I do find the progression quite satisfying, because it's like you feel like you're getting stronger as you go. And it does a really good job of kind of continuing to let you feel like you're improving. Which, not having that can be very frustrating in any sort of roguelike or roguelite. Like, that's why I don't play Rogue Legacy, is like, it's a very clever game, but I don't feel like I improve at it when I play it. I just feel like it's the same problem over and over, and it just is so aggressively not fun for me. Now, my brother would disagree. He played pretty much to... I don't know, I don't think he ever finished that game, but he got much closer than I would ever want to bother. So, you know, it's not for everybody, but some people like it. It's not my thing, just because the core gameplay loop of it I don't find very compelling. The progression is cool, but it's so unfun to play the game that like the progression part just kind of doesn't happen for me. But with this, it's like I decided right when I got it, I was like, you know what? This kind of game, if it plays the way the first Hammerwatch does, which it does, then I'll be happy with playing it without progressing. So essentially, I'm okay with grinding this game because the act of grinding it is still fun. And with most roguelites, in my experience, most roguelites, the grind is not fun. And like as a developer, I don't know how you would fix that with a game. Like games that I don't know. It's like I just find the actual experience of playing this satisfying, as opposed to the experience of getting further on in it. Because there's enough like gated progression that oh boy, there's enough progression in this game that's gated behind frustrating mechanics. That's like it's like if you're not willing to grind it, it's gonna be a bad time. But a willingness to grind, all that for a blowgun, really? Makes this quite rewarding. I do wish you could keep the items you pick up. Like, the game balance would be destroyed by that, but it would be nice to not have to collect a completely fresh set of items every single time you go out. Or having, like, default drink setups or things like that. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of pain. That is a lot of damage. Okay. 9 curses. 9 curses left. 9 curses to clear. Or I can reliably not get annihilated by absolutely everything I come across. I hate those towers. I don't really know how to deal with those once they come up. My usual strategy is to kind of get close and break them before they have a chance, but this one, ouch, it's already up. And that means I just can't really get close to it. Oh my gosh, just die! Okay, so I used up a potion charge, probably shouldn't have. Could have survived that without it. Ugh. Ugh. No! So that projectile adds a curse to your stack every time it hits. So now I've got 11. Did drop a curse remover though, which is... I've only got 10 curses. Only 10 curses. Oh boy. Better than the 35 I started with, but, you know, still a bit much. So curses, I think, affect your luck stat, as well as changing the percentage chance of your crits, and a few other things. I don't really know much depth how they work. But suffice to say, they just make the game harder. They strongly impact how much damage you take. So the more cursed you are, the more damage everything that hits you deals. Oh, I do want that. Oh, jeez. Is that worth 16? Oh, jeez. That would be really good, because it affects how much lifesteal hits for. Ah, man, 16 curses. Oh. I mean, if I can get out of the lower level and get into the upper level, then I can use the genies to get my curses off faster, and that lets me use stronger items without necessarily just getting completely creamed. No, I think it's more worthwhile to get just the cheap items. Because... What do I have set? Got 2. That and that. Nope. I should probably be using my skills more. Oh, wow. That's not bad. Ugh, criminy. How do you deal with these? Paladin could probably take it no problem, just because they block projectiles. Fine. With the hard way. I should have brought my wizard instead. Mel, I do wonder if your network connection would be good enough to play this at some point from there. I would really like to play more of this with you. In a minute. Might be a total disaster, but if you could, that would be great. It's much more fun with more people. Also just a lot easier at a certain point. Not entirely true. The single player mode is, like, the stats of all of the enemies are pretty heavily nerfed. Ooh, there we go. Statues. Excellent. And Mel, you may remember earlier that I mentioned it was important to remember that shield shape because of this. Really? 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 Ah! I have shopkeepers turned off. This item is literally useless to me. Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it'd be worth a try at some point, but I wouldn't be offended if it had issues. Well, how do you think that's gonna affect the tabletop simulator game this weekend? Is that gonna be a problem? Problem. Ooh, that is a lot of poison. Fortunately, I have a lot of explosions. Oh, there was meat inside of that spider nest. I don't like that. That's really gross. Yeah, I didn't think he'd probably be around for the rest of my run. But I'm gonna try and finish the pyramid anyway. I hope you have a lovely night. And I will be doing this again next week, or at least so is the plan. I hope I get through without dying too. I probably will not. But I'm gonna darn well try. Okay, well, have a lovely evening, sleep well. I'll most likely kill you in the morning. Is it still there? Okay, so I'm really bad at this trap design. I'm gonna try it anyway. Oh crap. Ugh. 3? Oh. Well, you know what? That actually was worth it. That was well worth it. Yeah, it might be good to go and let that out. If you bothered to trap it, you should probably help it live. This floor is just about cleared. There's 2 more things to do. Yeah, for sure, go for it. Let the poor babby live. If it's a hornet, a yellow jacket, or even just a wasp, squish it for me. I have incremented my well usage. Will eventually give me points towards another guild title. I've dumped all my crap in the elevator and sent it back to town. It makes no sense whatsoever that there are elevators inside the pyramid, but whatever. We will suspend our disbelief because it's progression. Ooh. Alright. Lead enemies down. 3 golden key, that's nice. Don't think I need it, but that's okay. Doesn't hurt to have. Ugh, there's a cursed blob. Ugh! Another gold key. I wish I could keep them outside the dungeon. But even if you win, all the keys just disappear, which is very frustrating. Ooh! Cover shield, good. Less damage is always good. Gosh, there's so many curses! Help! Big and crawling slowly. Yeah, that sounds like a honeybee. Especially if it was fuzzy. Fuzzy bees are nice. I have had them steal an entire Arby's beef and cheddar from me before. That was horrifying. But it was only the one time, and frankly, I've benefited far more from their existence than they've benefited from mine, so got no right to complain. Make good progress here. I'm on a decent clip. The bee is free! You freed the bee! Oh no! Oh no! Crap! Why did I do that? Crap! Oh man! Dang it. Oh well. That's okay. Good run. Gathered an enormous amount of gold. Very helpful. I upgraded my favorite statue! Not my favorite statue, but it's a good one. Finally got an upgrade for it. It's been ages. Oh man, I'm used to playing classes with a little bit more health and physical defense than this guy. Oh man, that was embarrassing. Whoops! I'm more accustomed to, like, using this guy to just bump into those rocks and just sort of shrug them off because he's got maybe 3 or 4 times the health of my magic users. Whoops. He's... whatever. That will be for another day. For now, thank you for joining. I am embarrassed at my loss, but that is okay. I will come back and play some more next week, unless I come up with something else I'd rather do. Anyway, yeah, thanks for your time. Good to talk to you.